Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Tracy Una Wagner with Versatile Inspirations and the Lightworkers and Earth Angels Academy and Study Hall. And welcome to the fourth annual yearly tarot planning party. This is where we are going to set out to plan our year. Just like I do with the weekly energy foresights, we're going to plan our year just month by month, just small increments if you so choose, to the year. Just each month we'll be picking a card, and I just uploaded the files for the workbook for this year, and you can download that or you can fill it out on your own, however you'd like to do it. And it's just got some quick instructions on how we'll kind of run over that anyway, how I go about choosing the cards, getting started, what to do with it afterwards. And for the year, that's kind of what it looks like. So each month, you can see there's just a space for the card that you chose, and you can choose the card just randomly, however you would like, or you can go through with me while I'm doing it as well. You don't even have to watch this. You can just download the workbook and then fill it out on your own if you'd like. And as you'll see after you download it, I've also put in monthly. So you can go through and fill it out for each week for yourself if you'd like. So there's the workbook for you, and we will get started. So I'm not sure how each of you go about actually cleansing your cards, but that's the first thing I do before I go ahead and start working with whatever it is that you're working with. You can work with oracle cards, you can work with tarot cards, you can work with just whatever it is that you'd like to work with. I know some people don't even actually use tarot or oracle, they use something else. The little tiles, I can't think of what they are right now, but some people use that, and that is just fine. You can do it however you would like. I just put this down so as a tarot, because that's how I usually do my years. I usually work with the tarot, and I'll be working with, nice card, right? I'll be working with the Rider-Waite deck, and using those just to fill out my year. So I'll be going through and filling it out for myself as well. I do so much with tarot that this isn't the only foresight that I do for myself. I do lots of other ones, and I do weekly and daily. It's just, I love knowing the energy of the day, of the week, and of the month, and even of the year, because it gets me prepared so I can be proactive. If something feels like it's going to start being like that devil card, if that comes up, then I'll know that there's change along the way, so I can prepare myself for that change. Lots of different ways to work with that. And so with the monthly, what you can do is you can just take each card again later on or right now, whichever you'd prefer, and do the same thing as we go along for just the whole year. You can do it monthly as well. And that way, you know kind of what the week is going to come up for you personally. And when I do them, I do a general reading, like a general overall feeling, so that I can put it in the newsletter. And then I can do the weekly foresights and just let everyone know what the weekly kind of energy is. And when you do it on a personal basis, it's going to be more tailored to you personally, what your energy is. Just like if you're going to work with someone else, then you tailor that reading to that other person. You're tapping into their energy. It's very personal. So it's that kind of same thing. Okay, so cleansing your cards. You can cleanse them however you want. A lot of times the night before I go ahead and do a big reading like this, I'll set the deck with possibly like a stone or something, and set it out so that there's 24 hours that it has to cleanse underneath the sun, solar and luna, the moon light. And so that gets that 24 hours of cleansing, just a deep cleansing before I start doing that big reading. You can also use sound, such as a chime or anything, singing bowl, anything. I've got a little chime that you can just ding when you're trying to just cleanse the space, cleanse the cards, and it just reverberates into that card and just cleanses that whole deck. You can use chanting, anything like that, as well as sage. Don't light them on fire, but you can set them over the smoke that is coming up, cleanse yourself and cleanse your cards at the same time. The way that I do it is if I'm going to do a small reading or even just to completely clear out the cards, I just take them in my hand, wrap on one side, and then wrap on the other side 3 times. So, and then I just swish the energy away. And I also am a Reiki master teacher, and if you are, or if you just want to hold them between your hands in just offering your chakras the ability to cleanse the cards as well, you can do that. I just send Shokugure energy just through the cards. I say it 3 times and allow it to just penetrate the cards. Shokugure, 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 and allow that to clear it. It's really clean. So we can do that. And then next, after you've completely cleansed your cards, then you can just hold them in your hands again and then just offer the intention. What is your intention for your reading this time? For this reading, I intend to receive the Foresights into the year 2021. I'll be picking cards for each month. And those are the cards that I will write down for my year. All right. And then shuffle them however you so choose. I'm horrible at shuffling, so I don't shuffle too awful well. All right. All right. And then you can just start picking your cards. And some people go through and they pick a card and then they go through the whole cleansing process again. I don't do that because I've intended to read for the full year. Some people also put the cards that they've already picked back in the deck. I don't usually do that. I usually just pick 12 cards at random, just whatever ones land on that idea, what feels right. And then I pick those cards, just kind of lay them one on top of the other, or I lay them out if I have a bigger space. And then after I pick all 12, I just go through and write down each of the cards. And I won't make you sit through that whole thing. I just thought I'd give you a quick synopsis of how you can do just a year foresight for yourself and give you the tools in order to do that. But then I just write them down, and then I write down anything that comes to me. Especially when you're in the space of receiving that information, you're receiving the information from the cards from your higher self, your spirit team, and those of the light. And when you're receiving those, you've already been put in that space of receiving. So it's much easier to tap into the energy of each of those cards as you're going along, especially on a personal basis, because you're already tapped in. So the more that you can do all in one sitting, the easier it's going to be for you to have that information. And so it just makes it a little bit easier. So let me just go ahead and we'll just start picking cards. And whenever you watch this is just fine. You can pick cards at that time or later, and you can come back to the video. That's why I like putting these videos out, is because it just makes it so much easier to be on your schedule. So let's see here. So let's go ahead and January 2021. And usually in my head, I'll just say January 2021, or the energy of January 2021, the energy for January 2021. And then usually around the third time, a card will a lot of times just pop out, and that's the card that I'm going to pick. Now, if no cards pop out, I just kind of go by feel. Whenever I feel like a card is the right one, then that's the one I pick. I won't even look at it right away. I'll just take it and put it down, and then I go through all 12 that way. Or if you are somebody who likes to lay your cards all out, just do it the same way. Just lay your cards all out, and then just in your thoughts, think January or whatever month you're on, and then pick the card that feels right to you. So I'll put that down for January 2021. Now, I just am going to go through and do February 2021. Like I said, if you want to do a different way, that's just fine. If you want to cleanse your cards again, that's just fine too. So let's see, February 2021, February 2021. And that card stuck out further, so I'm just going to take that card. That's kind of how I usually do it, unless it just doesn't feel like the right card, and then I pick a different one. And then March 2021, March 2021, March 2021. There's March. And then April, April 2021, April 2021, April 2021. All right. And May of 2021. Now, see, this one felt right as soon as it hit my hand. I didn't even have to go through saying it 3 times or thinking it 3 times. This one just felt right in my hand as I was going along for May. So I just took that out. So now June of 2021, June of 2021, June of 2021, June of 2021. Okay. And July. It's amazing when we have a whole new year to go through. So many possibilities, so much wonderful things happening. August 2021. All right. And September. And October 2021. October 2021. I love October. It's my favorite month. November 2021. I love Halloween. November 2021. Yeah, I think so. That one just kept poking out. I just had a feeling that's what November was going to give me. And December 2021. December 2021. All right. There we go. So that's all of them. Now you can also pick one. Now I didn't write it down to do all of it, which you can just write it at the top of your sheet if you want to. Next year I'll have to make a card for like the whole year in general. And you can just put, what is the whole year? What is all of 2021 going to be about for me this year? What is the energy, full energy of 2021? What is the full energy of 2021? I think that one. All right. So then what I do is I just go through, flip the cards over so that January is on top. I just take a pen or a pencil, crayon, whatever you want to use, and then I just start filling these out. And my first one is the Ace of Pentacles for January. So January is going to be my Ace of Pentacles. And I just wrote Ace of Pence. And then underneath that, I'm just going to go through like an overall, and I won't go through all 12, I promise. So I'm going to just go over just the the feeling of this card, and it just that whole idea of new beginnings for financial success to me just feels like new ways and new opportunities. It felt like even from January 1st, that's exactly what this card felt like. That energy of this card just came through just like a whoosh. It was like all of 2020 was behind me already, and 2021 was in full force right away. So I find that card it felt right in my hand, and it felt right once I saw it. So that is how I usually do my annual readings, and I am hoping that you're able to actually go through and just be able to get a little bit of a help, a leg up, if you will, on your 2021. And if there's any challenges that come ahead, like with that devil card, if you get that devil card or the towers or something, or even in an oracle deck, something that just doesn't, it it needs some work. That's exactly what this is for, is to offer you some help and some ability to work with that energy prior to it coming up. That's why I love doing this so much. Now, I'm just going to go over real quick how to do the monthly energy, which is basically exactly the same, just by taking that overall Ace of Pentacles that I have, and then just going through, and you don't have to keep the cards separate if you don't want to, but um, for each month, how I usually do it is I put all the cards back together, I cleanse the deck again, and then I go through the deck each card for like January 1st through 3rd, January 4th through 10th, January 11th through 17th, January 18th through 24th, and January 25th through 31st. And I pick those 5 cards all at one time, just like we did for the yearly. Do it for each month, but then put it back together, put the deck back together, cleanse it again, and then do February, and then do March, and then do April. And that's kind of how I do the readings and everything. So I hope that helped, and I hope you like your workbook. I love putting those together. So you take care. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, or suggestions, feel free to leave those below, and I will get back with you ASAP. Have a fabulous 2021, and I do hope that this helps you just kind of strategize and just be excited for the rest of the year. I will see you again soon. As always, I'm sending you and yours love, light, and eternal blessings. Take care.